everybody, it's Mrs. Sharp here. Today I am going to share a brilliant story called The Treasure of Pirate Frank. After the story, I'm going to give you some ideas if you want to extend your learning on pirates and do a mini pirate topic. This is the boy who wants to find the treasure of Pirate Frank. This is the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. The ship has to go past the snowy mountains, go by the forest, through a swamp, up the steps alongside a volcano, across a bridge, and the treasure is right by the tree. This is the sea that must be sailed. It's on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. This is the island of spice and gold, beyond the sea that must be sailed. It's on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. These are the mountains, snowy and cold, on the island of spice and gold, beyond the sea that must be sailed. They're on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. Here's the forest where the monkeys swing, over the mountains snowy and cold, on the island of spice and gold, beyond the sea that must be sailed. It's on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. See if you can join into any of the words. This is a swamp where the bullfrogs sing, past the forest where the monkeys swing, over the mountains snowy and cold. It's on the island of spice and gold, beyond the sea that must be sailed. It's on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. Here are the steps going higher and higher, above the swamp where the bullfrogs sing, past the forest where the monkey swings, over the mountains snowy and cold, on the island of spice and gold, beyond the sea that must be sailed. They're on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. Here's a volcano that spits out fire at the top of the steps going higher and higher, above the swamp where the bullfrogs sing, past the forest where the monkeys swing, over the mountains snowy and cold, on the island of spice and gold, beyond the sea that must be sailed. It's on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. There's the tall tree that marks the spot, besides a volcano that spits out fire at the top of the steps going higher and higher, above the swamp where the bullfrogs sing, past the forest where the monkeys swing, over the mountains snowy and cold, on the island of spice and gold, beyond the sea that must be sailed. It's on the map that shows the way to the treasure of Pirate Frank. And under the tree that marks the spot is Pirate Frank! She's not on the map! And it says on the treasure chest, this treasure belongs to Captain Sally Frank. Hands off! Look at his face. Quick, run down the steps going lower, not higher, below the volcano that spits out fire, through the swamp where the bullfrogs sing, through the forest where the monkeys swing, over the mountains snowy and cold. Is she going to catch him? and off the island of spice and gold into the ship to sail away and dream of what was found today. The treasure of Pirate Frank. Wasn't that a great story? So he didn't end up getting the treasure because he was too scared of the girl, Sally Frank. So, if you want to, you can reread the story. I like to put actions in when I read it. So, if you want to listen to the repeated sentences, you can make up your own actions. Now, if you want to do some writing, you can share the story every day. On Monday, you could write what happened in the story. On Tuesday, you could listen to the story. And then for your writing, you could say, how does the boy feel and why? Or you might want to describe what the boy looks like or what he does. On Wednesday, you can share the story and you could write how Sally Frank might feel and why. On Thursday, you might want to find out a little bit more about the characters, or you might want to do some fact-finding about pirates. On Friday, you could write what you would do if you were in the story. Would you run away at the end? Would you make friends with Sally Frank? What would you do? And then I have written down, you might want to press pause on this one, you might want to do some more activities around pirates. So things like doing your own treasure hunt, making a pirate wanted poster about yourself so you could pretend you are a pirate. You might want to make maps, imaginary maps, or a real map of your garden, a local walk, or a map of your home. And it might look something like this. You could make some tinfoil boats. So you just need to bend some tinfoil into a boat shape, and then you can predict, so you can guess how many of something it will take to sink it. So you might want to put some pennies. How many pennies do you think it would take to sink? Or how many pencils? Or how many... what else might we have in our house? Anything that you've got. How many of something will it take to sink your boat? On Twinkle, there's loads of pirate stories and PowerPoints to help you with your fact finding. Now, if you go on Pinterest and type in pirates for kids, all these ideas and more come up. You could make paper plate pirates. Get some money, explore coins because that's real treasure, and do adding and taking away with money depending on your age and ability. You might want to make a pirate ship using cushions, blankets and anything that you're allowed to. A bit of art, if you've got some paints or pencil crayons or felt tips, you might want to draw a large island picture. You might want to make a treasure chest from a piece of paper. So all you do is fold the paper in half, into thirds like this, and then you can decorate your treasure chest, and then inside here you can put some treasure. I'm sorry I haven't made one, but you can Google the picture for that. Then you can put things in for maths. So you might find maybe 3 things and 2 things, and then find out how much it is all together. And then you might want to make pirate biscuits. So if you have some digestive biscuits, you can mix some icing sugar, and if you Google the pictures, you can see how they look like amazing pirate heads. And of course, there's lots more ideas out there, but if you want to do a pirate topic for the week, then there are a couple of ideas. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the story, The Treasure of Pirate Frank. Goodbye.